Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Lego Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars. Gosh, that is a long intro. Let's see, are we doing the green path? I guess we are. And 4 is the next one, so let's hop to it. Hopefully, ideally we were entering the final stretch. I kind of wish we would enter the final stretch a long time ago, but there's still a lot of things that need to be done, and it's going to definitely be up to some good time management if I can possibly shave off a couple of hours of gameplay even. And I'm not sure I'm even going to succeed at that. I wouldn't be surprised if this very much ends up taking 3 to 4 hours of effort. See, and that purple one works. I guess I have no reason to actually... yeah, I suppose there is no reason to actually sit here and try to get more studs. We're over 1 trillion studs already, and while we do have some things we need to purchase, it's not at any level of actual, like, buying everything in the game would have cost me less than 1 trillion studs. This almost looks like that was would have been a doorway. Very foggy place. And you don't see fog in Lego games. So they either worked kind of hard to implement a fog element because it was crucial to the story, or they worked hard to put a fog element in their game because it was just an experiment that 2T Games wanted to do. And either could be true. It seems very much the case that 2T Games loves to try new things, as most video game creators do. The only thing I would say is that they seem to oddly decide to also abandon things much quicker than I would say is good. So I'm gonna light this up and it's gonna become a bug light, but without a bug zapper on it. I guess he'll just have to crash into it. And that worked. Alright, so there's nothing else here. And these people are shooting at me, so we'll go ahead and just pull this. Alright. And now we just need to open the door and move on to the next section. Interesting. I thought I would move the purple ones, but it has been very consistent in Lego games that purples are always the base place, which isn't true. Like, Lego doesn't actually make purple base plates, nor does it have purple pieces as far as I've ever seen. There might exist somewhere some purple pieces, and almost certainly it does, but it's not a consistent thing that happens. And that door is a little strange in itself. The box is keeping it open, but you couldn't squeeze through it. And we can see there's all sorts of things. And I don't know what I'm really shooting for here. Just to make... Actually, I'm probably just wasting my time. aren't I? Let's not waste our time. Well, let's also not miss things, I suppose. And let's also not jump in lava. And let's also not have the game lag. A lot of things we shouldn't have happen. And I'm sure they will. So there's something behind it. Let's go ahead and pull this out just in case. And see, did I miss something previous? The worst case scenario would be that I accidentally move forward in the level. Sorry for the pause there. And it just means I have to start over from the beginning and just waste more time. And inherently, that is, I guess, the problem with this game and video games in general, is just time management. Am I saving time or not? And we've seen several things light up, but I don't see them getting pointed at, so maybe I've already collected the thing. Alright. So we need to hit the light bulbs. That's new and interesting. Something we haven't seen, and just another example of things that should have shown up in previous video, in future LEGO games, and they just don't. We need to fly over here. So we'll do this, and then press this, and come in here. What does this do? Lights up the billiard room, and we need a Jedi. So we've got to match everything where it goes. Alright. Blue goes here. We're getting an interesting beeping sound. And the white ball, where does that go? See, I could see why this wouldn't work in other LEGO games. And get it off the table almost. The light goes off, and with the light off, it's too dark to really see the colors. And you've got some nice looking billiard lamps. Nice design. I don't think I can break this chair because that's where the chair spun around and there was a hologram in it. Look at all these things. I'm playing as Darth Sidious, so he maniacally laughs everywhere he goes. Interesting. We're gonna need a vehicle. Let's see, robot. Who's a good robot for this to work with? He is. And we'll go ahead and... The robot can't build anything. And we'll drive over there and get that. I think the game made it particularly easy on us there because we were pointing in the right direction to begin with. Let's just keep doing this. And this. 6 of 10. It really does scream a misappropriation of an employee's time, that there's 10 things are needed to be found for multiple collectibles in the game, and it is very possible that this is actually just contractually obliged, that you have to have 10 collectibles found for one per mini kit in every single level, and maybe that is the exact case. And again, this would have worked nicely if you could cross the streams and plug it around, but it doesn't want to work that way. In fact, there feels like an invisible wall there. Because if you... my argument here is, if you, instead of having to find 10 things, only found 5 things every time you ran into that, there would have been somebody that could have made more story, more level, more, and you have to know, and I certainly know that, yes, you're probably not going to get very good work from somebody who's a level design editor if you tell them to design background or write story or anything like that. In fact, you possibly are even violating their contract and redefining their job as something that they didn't agree to. But ignoring that for a second, as most employers in the United States do anyways, the fact that it came out like this, and yet there's all these real-time strategy levels, and it's really short on the elements that I would enjoy, is just strange to me. I guess that's all I can really say. This will be interesting when we beat General Grievous, because when he jumps up, he will drop everything from the roof up here, and when he drops everything from the roof, that is going to cause a lot of studs to appear. Unless, of course, I shoot them all right now, which I guess I just need to go ahead and hurry up. I'm trying to play as thoroughly as possible. This doesn't make the most amount of sense. What is this, a prototype of General Grievous's body? Is he an android? Will I ever get the answers to my questions? Not unless somebody comments, because I don't have time to go look it up. Nor do I really care. One more leg. Now, what would be interesting here is, let's put on the extra to dual wield, and then by dual wielding we might be able to do more damage with people. It's just... See, what's weird is this character looks like Admiral Akbar, and I didn't think for a second Admiral Akbar was a Jedi. Honestly, when you look at the Rebels, I kind of feel like the vast majority can't possibly be Jedi. Either that or the Jedi that are remaining are just this ragtag bunch of people that aren't really following the religion or the training or anything. It would be very odd if like most of the rebels that you see in the original trilogy, movie 4, 5, and 6, turned out that they were Jedi and they had lightsabers too. They just didn't bother to use them, or maybe they didn't have lightsabers but they were Jedi, and that. Alright, so he jumps up there and it breaks everything, and it's actually not that big of a deal. As much as I thought it was going to be. Let's go up here and... I'm looking all back around here, and it's... And we're still fighting this guy. And this is the big boss fight, so having 3 different times to fight's not too bad. But I think it gets worse. Isn't this the level that at the end took an incredibly long amount of time? Well, the arrow tells me there's something there. I hope I didn't miss any of those, because it turns out that is one of the things. Oh, there's... Okay, the lights and these 2 lights. There we go. That's number 5, and that leaves 1 down here. So how am I going to get over to this? Just hover? Do we have Boba Fett? We have this guy. I can't believe that worked. Right, and over here. Let's look over. Doesn't seem like there is any collectibles over here. Alright, now a force user. Build me something. I don't think it particularly has to be too pretty. Now we saw a puzzle like this before, and there was a mini kit hidden by how you were supposed to assemble that puzzle, and because of the fact that I had to lower the graphics to reduce the lag on the game, it didn't display the hint at all. And that was amazingly annoying. Man. I just want to be honest here. I always strive to be as honest as possible when recording, and I just don't feel energetic about this game at all anymore. Not that it was super energetic about it in the first place, but this one has worn me down, and I just want to be through with it. We've had similar things with the LEGO series in particular, and it's really such a shame, and I just end up saying the same thing over and over again, is I really did enjoy these games when I played them on the 360. They didn't lag, they didn't have any problems like that, so it was just a fun, mindless way to play the games. I probably also enjoyed them because during the time I was playing them, I was definitely overworking, and because of that, just some fun, mindless LEGO things. Now, arguably, interesting. The monster showed up and he started dancing. And I was wondering if we were going to see this gag. I figured we weren't. But we still haven't seen the part where you have to jump on the two things and light up the elements. And there's nothing going back this way. And I guess in free play mode, I can't hook onto this guy or fight him. So he's just there. And yeah, that was a big boss fight. Now that I think about it, yeah. Very strange to end up fighting a monster. You could have had one level easily end after fighting that monster and just to be continued. That's something you don't see in video games, but I mean, you certainly could say to be continued in between a level. DLC is effectively saying to be continued anyway, so you don't have to have this fully wrapped up experience. If anything, games more and more are just trying to be as open paced as possible. So you play for as long as you want, and you get to decide when the beginning and ending happens. Alright. Here's a consistent thing with LEGO games, is you end up killing your own guy when you're playing as a Sith instead of targeting the enemies. There we go. Alright. We need this guy to shoot all of these gold lights, and then I think we need to do a couple more things. This is about the worst too. 10 gold lights? Come on. Don't you think I have something better to do with my time? Obviously I don't, but I'd like to pretend that I do. Let's see, we skipped an entire boss fight in the middle there, and it's still been 24 minutes. I wish you could just play the LEGO games in free play mode the first time anyways. I guess that might, like, that might help a lot of players. If you could just say, just let me play in free play mode. Let me try and get all the collectibles right now. Most players, of course, wouldn't know the secrets and tricks to actually accomplish that, but it would be an interesting way to try and save some time. Need a force user over here. This gone over here. I hope this is right. We need this over here. I'm hoping I'm doing these things right, but I'm not certain. There's way too many, way too many things that use the force over next to each other. And let's go and continue to break. Continue to break things. It takes extra effort to make sure that these lights are broken. It would be very easy for somebody to just not, like, I've hit that 3 times. Am I still not? Yeah, I'm still not done though. So like, what do I need to do to actually? Oh, I have to flip it up and then hit it. Okay. So one more thing. Just push this electrical vent again with the enhanced graphics off. Doesn't look very Lego-y at all. It just doesn't seem like it's anything other than low graphics. I suppose you could always make that argument, couldn't you? So that was that. You could always make the argument that maybe the reason why TT Games makes Lego games and loves to make Lego games, although I'm not sure really it's anything more than WB Games, has a division and has the Lego license and wants and would only keep TT Games in business if they made Lego games. I don't think they have the prerogative, frankly, to decide one day that they would make something different. Which is something that's certainly happening a lot less, at least to my perception, in the video game world, because it seems like the Witcher 3 creators are making it Cyberpunk 2077 next, and the Division creators are making a game based on James Cameron's Avatar. Am I supposed to get in this vehicle and just run away? Interesting. And see, that again was 30 minutes, and so there's no real extra time. We went from 0 to 10. But effectively, there aren't actually 10 mini-kits to collect in a level. In almost every level, there's 30 collectibles to collect, and they're breaking it down by having 2 of them different colors of 10, which there's a lot of extra work that if they'd spent half of their time placing those collectibles instead making more levels, it would be better. Getting rid of the real-time strategy would have been good too. So next time we have to do this one, and then we've got 2 more, and we're at 91.8% done. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.